The road becomes kind of narrow and sketchy in a few areas up here. Oh! What just happened? Alright, what's up YouTubes? Must be fast. 775 Jim, come back to you guys with another episode of SNOWRUNNER on Season 16. And today guys, today's going to be episode number 18. And, well, I'm starting off today's episode in a bit of a strange place, to say the least. Um, yeah. Today, guys, our main goal is going to be getting before the first snow done. Yeah, kind of continuing the trend of me trying to get all the regional progress-ish based missions done. At least, well, trying to do that before Season 17 comes out. I don't know when it's coming out. It could have been announced for all I know at this point, but I could have missed it. Yeah, so we got a pretty hard mission here to get the next part of the regional progress done, which is, what is it called? It's called Preparations Finished. It's, well, I mean, I say it's pretty hard. It's nothing too terrible, if I'm being honest, especially since we have most of the materials in the, whatchamacallit, in the sawmill already ready to go. The only thing we don't have is long logs in order to create the long planks, which is unfortunate. But fortunately, we do have this scrap trailer down here, or this one job that's down here, to recover this trailer, which can transport long logs. And one of these houses, I forget which one it is, has long logs in it. So I thought to myself, you know, we just rescue this trailer, pick up some long logs down here, and drive them straight up to the, whatchamacallit, to the sawmill. I thought that would be the easiest way to, you know, obtain the long log, or the planks. So, yeah, that's essentially what we're going to be starting to do here today. Yeah, so recovering this trailer is a mission on its own. So we'll get this done as well whilst we're at it. Also, assuming that we do, that we do get before the first snow done here, we will also try and move on to doing some of the hydro dam missions, or at least the first one, because I would really like to get that done as well, but there's a lot of missions to get that bit of the regional progress done. So yeah, that'll take a bit longer. There is a good chance I won't get all this done before season, whatchamacallit, 17 comes out. Jeez, I can't even remember what I'm talking about. I'm not even a few minutes in and I'm already forgetting the plot, you know. This is the short logs. Okay, we can actually pack those. We can actually do that. Yeah. Okay, that's the long logs one. Okay. I'll just turn around here. Easier said than done with this absolutely giant thing here. It's a good thing I brought out the Navistar, just because, well, obviously this thing is pretty powerful. And yeah, you know, I'm not going to turn around, I'm just going to drive around. That's going to be much easier than trying to turn this thing around. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. At the very least, we actually get to use this trailer for the first time. I haven't used this trailer before. It's another one of those double logging. I don't know exactly what this one's called. It's extended double logging semi-trailer or something like that, I think. We got the first double logging trailer in season 15 there, and it was able to carry two sets of medium logs, which is pretty good, honestly, to say that you have a trailer that can transport two sets of medium logs. The only problem the biggest problem with the trailer is the fact that, well, the entire axle setup or whatever, it's not exactly ideal for off-roading. The fact that you've got so many axles sort of behind you there that you need to drag through the mud. So it actually turns out that you know you need a very powerful vehicle if you want to bring this type of setup off road with you. And whilst there definitely are a few trucks that will be able to pull it, there's also quite a lot of trucks that wouldn't be able to pull it effectively through a lot of these areas. Now, at the moment, we're doing pretty good, but that's because we're only loaded in the front, and well, yeah, so that's where we want the weight. We want the weight in the front because that means we're putting weight down on the driving axles. But as soon as we get the weight onto the rear trailer there, this thing is going to become a nightmare to drive, I'd say, through this bog that we've got going on here. Yeah, I really just number one priority or concern is just not running out of fuel before we get to the before we get up to the sawmill. We don't have a very long drive to get up to the sawmill, but still, it's still a concern. Yeah, nope, so I need to think, how am I going to drive out of here, because that's broken. Yeah. Okay, I've got ourselves turned around. You can see now how that's gonna be a lot of weight that we're gonna be dragging here. Yeah, this is really the type of setup that you want on, as a on-road, highway or whatever type setup, but for off-roading, this is less than ideal, to say the least. Yeah, it would definitely benefit us much more if we had just kind of the standard logging setup or whatever, where we have, or at least in the case of the medium log sort of double logging trailer, it definitely benefits you a lot more to have a setup where you have the logging frame on your truck, and then you're just towing a medium log trailer behind you. That definitely is a better way of doing this. Like, this is obviously, well, actually not obviously, but the Navistar is really doing a good job of pulling this. Like, genuinely, I'm actually pretty impressed with the Navistar right now. This thing is hauling. It's also burning through a whole lot of fuel, but still, this thing's actually doing a really good job at this. I was not expecting that. I was kind of, I was hoping it would do good, but geez, it's actually done a lot better than I thought it would. Yeah, it just flew through there. Alright, okay, well, I'm not going to complain anymore. We don't have too much further to go to get to the sawmill. Actually, I might need to mark it out. Forget which way I have to go. Yeah, but generally speaking, you're much better off having the kind of the logging, the frame add-ons than you are having a setup like this. I mean, obviously for the long logs, before this update, actually, yeah, I think it's before this update, there was only the one way of transporting the long logs, and that was with the just the regular long log setup or whatever, with the off-road kind of logging trailer and whatnot. Now, we did get the foldable logging trailer in this update, and also this logging trailer as well, which do add new options to transport long logs, but I don't know if they're necessarily better. This one is definitely debatable. I'm not too sure about the foldable logging trailer because I haven't actually used it yet, which is kind of on me. But, I just haven't gotten around to using it, really. We actually, even though they made a big emphasis on, adding the new logging trailers for this update or whatever, they're actually, well, at least so far, at least for me anyways, I haven't had too much of a reason to actually use them. That kind of way? Like, genuinely, just hasn't been any real reason to use them. There isn't that many logging contracts or tasks, even, as far as I can tell, throughout this entire region. There just isn't that much stuff that really requires logs. The only things that really require logs are the jobs which require planks, which even the plank jobs are sparse enough in a way. you know, there's not a whole load of them or whatever. There's not there's not enough to where it might drive you crazy, you know, delivering logs up to the sawmill. Well, I mean, it might. It depends what way you play. Like the way I tend to do things is I tend to just overload the logs into the back of the likes of the Aramatsu Forester. That thing is usually a go-to, and yeah, just deliver like 10 or 12 is usually how many sets of logs you can get into the back of that thing at one time. Yeah, just deliver all those at once, and then, you know, you just have the place stocked up, ready to go until you need it, really. That tends to be the way I do things, just because it saves me time with it just more or less because, yeah, it just saves me time with recording and whatnot, and also it means it means in, you know, when I'm doing it for YouTube and whatnot, in future videos I'm not going to be just driving back and forth, you know, delivering logs, and that's just handy. You know. But then again, like I kind of said, there's only a few trucks which I would actually recommend doing that with. The likes of something like this trailer, for example, is definitely not something that I'd recommend doing it with, because A, obviously we can't have a log crane, and B, I think there's a very high chance logs would fly out kind of backwards, if you know what I mean. The in-game logs aren't really known for staying in in the trailers all that well when they're not packed. Also, we are getting slightly bogged down. I think I don't know if it's the lack of diff lock or if our engine is actually being kind of overwhelmed here. I should have gone for the other road. The other road was less steep, but this is the road that takes you like directly towards the sawmill. If I went on the other road, we would have had to take a little bit of a detour, but still, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Jeez, the Navistar is doing a pretty damn good job here. Shame we're about to run out of fuel. Come on, Navistar, you can do it. Come on. Yes. Yes. Oh man, that's brilliant. That is a lot of weight that thing just pulled up that hill there. That was, yeah, it was mainly the uneven terrain there that was getting us. Yeah, there is sometimes, you know, I really wish that this thing had differential lock on it. I mean, you know, it's one of those trucks that, you know, you think it would be a big hindrance, but, you know, in a lot of cases I find that, you know, I don't really notice the fact that this thing doesn't have differential lock. It's only in extreme cases like that there where I kind of go to myself, oh, wait a second, we could really use diff lock. Also, we are... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I forgot how narrow this road was. This road is. I think I've only been up this road once. Oh yeah, I think there's actually is a bit of a path through that lake there. I think that's the reason why that's there. Okay, hang on a second. Just drive. Is that's not good, but that's all right. Okay. I'm just gonna unpack the logs here quickly, just for the moment, because I'm not sure what's going to happen when I deliver the trailer for its mission. Is it? Oh, it's the other box. Wait a second. There we go. Awesome. The trailer is in perfect condition. We can put it to work at the sawmill right away. By the way, you're free to use it if the need ever arises. Thanks a bunch. 330 XP and 2700 cash for that. So, yeah, that's decent for towing that trailer out. Let's pack that stuff back up and let's deliver it into the thing here, and we'll craft ourselves some planks. Yes. Bop, bop. Alright then, so on to the next part of the whole thing here, I guess. What do we need? We need 2 wooden, 2 medium, and 1 long. So we got 2 wooden. We got 2 medium. I already have 1 in there for some reason. I don't know why. And yeah, it crafts them in 2s, which is kind of nice, honestly. So we'll stick you there, and I can stick a long plank like that. Okay, there, and we have it all loaded up. So yeah, that actually fits really nicely into two 5 slots. So we have 2 medium planks, 1 regular plank, and then the 1 long plank and the 1 other wooden plank on there. Yeah, that actually is it really nicely fits into 2 trucks there. Okay, so hop into the 64-131 here. Brought this thing out because, well, I haven't used this thing in a while, honestly. Like a lot of trucks. I find there's so many trucks in this game nowadays that, yeah, I just forget about so many vehicles. So, yeah, I wanted to bring this thing out for a change. Let me plot our course here. Also, just for reference, this is where the sawmill is. I don't know if I've properly shown this on the map here today. This is where the base is. Yeah, once we get down onto the main road, we can just drive there using the main road. So it's not too difficult. But yeah, I wanted to pull this truck back out today for a change. This is, well, this is honestly the ultimate truck that you can have at the start of the game, nearly. it just is, like, you know, it unlocks at rank 1. You do need to save up a small bit before you can go ahead and purchase it, because, well, I think it's like, it's either 80 or it's like 120 grand. I don't remember. I think I don't know, but, like, yeah, you know, you get it from the base game, and even as a stock vehicle, it is very capable. I think I'm gonna leave the HX there just for a moment. There's no way I'm towing him through this, and he's gonna stay upright. I've done this enough times to know that he's probably going to flip if I try and tow him through that. So yeah, you know what? I think I'll just leave him there altogether. I'm gonna drive this guy down to the main road, and we'll come back and get him. that's just it's just, yeah, we're playing it safe today. Well, not really playing it safe, more playing it smart, more than anything. I like doing stupid things every once in a while, but, you know, every once in a while I just kind of, you know, the smart side of me kicks in, and I'm like, no, wait, you probably shouldn't do that. You know? Where's that go? Looks like there's a tiny bit of a trail there. Huh. Yeah, but this is just a cool truck. I love taking this thing out every once in a while, or bringing this thing back out every once in a while. It's just yeah, it's a real fun truck, at least from the start of the game as well. Like, you can have this right off the bat, nearly, if you want to. Yeah, I think if you nearly, like, if you round up most of the trucks that you get in, like, the first 2 maps of Michigan and sell them, you can nearly afford this thing. I'm not 100% sure. You'll have to yeah, I'd have to double check that before I actually claim that that's true. But you know, but like, even in stock condition, it's just such a good truck. It's got all the performance you'd probably ever need. And you know, it's really cool to actually have access to an 8x8 at the very start of the game. Alright, we'll leave him here. And we will go grab you. Yeah, using this guy again. Yeah, if you missed the last episode, we actually built the train bridge on this map. So that was pretty good. We used this guy to transport the rails. Come on, there you go. Very nice. This thing's a very good truck as well. I love this thing. If you don't have the anniversary DLC, why the hell don't you have it? It's free. That's the only thing I can't say. That's the only thing I can say about that. Alright guys, and here I am. Yeah, so we're just gonna tow these two trucks here in convoy up to the forest base here. Yeah, you know, I think I might nearly jump cut this. Alright guys, here we are. There's the sign for the, I don't know, the Forest Service or whatever they call themselves. Calls them the Forest Service there on that sign anyways. You know, we actually haven't been up here since like the first couple of episodes, I think. There isn't really any reason why you would be coming up here too often, if I'm being honest. There's nothing really up here. I mean, like, there's a really cool building. The building is very nice. I really like the buildings that they have here. But other than, well, they do also have a watchtower here. But yeah, other than that, there's not much going on here, really, if I'm being honest. And there's no real reason to come up here. Or even drive by here, because it's just a dead end. Okay, but we've got that part of the mission done anyways, so that's not too bad. Now we get to the sort of more complicated part of this job anyways, which is the 4 cement and 4 packaged sand. Now the 4 cement isn't too terrible, because once again we can basically, actually not even basically, we can just use the main road to deliver to, we're just going to be driving on the main road the entire way from the cement plant all the way to here, even though it is on Solace Bay, so it's going to be a longer drive. The sand is a little bit more difficult, but I've already got a plan in place, so don't worry too much. Yeah, and here's the plan for the packaged sand here. Basically, after last episode, like I was talking about, we fixed the rail bridge on the first map there, and we had to bring the recycling containers up to the plant here with the 605R, and I realized after that episode that I could just, you know, drive the 605R up to the packaged sand facility real quick and grab all the packaged sand that we need. We do have more than 4 packaged sand on this thing at the moment. That's because, well, 2 of these are going to be for a future mission. We also have the Padera here that's loaded up with packaged sand as well. The packaged sand that's on it is also for a different set of missions. So yeah, this kind of gives you an idea. You do need quite a bit of packaged sand in this region to complete a few important missions anyways. But yeah, so using the 605R, we really shouldn't have too many problems. We're going to drive down sort of the usual sort of route, I would like to say, and we're also going to drive through the concrete, or not the concrete, but the cement plant, and we're going to go ahead and pick up the cement as well. So, and we'll kind of convoy 2 trucks back to the forest base. That's kind of the plan here. I do have trucks at the cement factory, so yeah, everything's set up and ready to go. So really nothing too terrible, if I'm being honest. Honestly, the biggest pain is driving out to the packaged sand facility here, because it is literally the furthest thing. I'm pretty sure, apart from it and the port, it is just one of the furthest things to get to. Like, it's all the way up here. The closest tunnel is there, which is to get to the Selton River Mountains. The tunnel we need to go through is down here for the national park. So yeah, it's just all the way up in this corner of the map. It's just as far away as it can be. But yeah, we're essentially just gonna drive up we're gonna drive up here, back up to the recycling plant, drive along the main road, drive down here across the river, go up here to the concrete plant. I still don't know why this thing's called the concrete plant. It only has cement in it. If I could click on the thing, it only has cement in it. It won't let me click on it. But yeah, that's where I have a couple of trucks. We'll take one of them, load it up with cement, and yeah, drive back that way. that's the plan. I'm definitely not going to show all of this, but I am going to show some of it, of me driving this. I'll fast forward maybe once we get to the concrete plant. I don't know, we'll see. We'll just see how this goes here for starters. My biggest worry at the moment is honestly just ejecting the cargo from the whatchamacallit, the 4-slot trailer there. I've not had the best track record with that type of trailer. It just always seems to flip and eject the cargo on me, and if that happens whilst I'm in this thing, we're kind of slightly screwed because I don't have a crane, so I can't reload it, and we do need all of this cargo. So yeah, it would be most ideal if none of it fell out. Also, yeah, jeez, I just put the truck in reverse. Yeah, shifting from the auto to the high does tend to help keep the speed up whilst going through the bogs sometimes. I mean, it was doing it there a moment ago, but not at the moment. It tends to kind of prevent the auto box from shifting down too much, if you know what I mean. Because yeah, it was in, yeah, see now it's gone up to 3, just shifting back from high. It has gone to 1 and it's gone to 2 again. But if you just kind of shift back and forth, you can kind of force the auto box to pick a higher gear and go faster. It only works sometimes. It's not a 100% proven thing. It's just a little trick that I do every once in a while. It depends on the truck that you're driving as well. It's not going to work in a truck that's not very powerful. Yeah, it's nice to be back using the ZIKZ a little bit again. Yeah, ZIKZ is another truck that I tend to kind of forget about and not use too much, which is kind of a crazy thing to say, like I was kind of saying in the last episode as well, just because the fact, you know, there was legitimately a point in time where this was the #1 truck in the game. It was just the best thing that you could have. Back when Season 4 came out, this was just the truck that everyone was talking about. Everyone just loved it. It was just the truck to have, you know, that kind of way. I think I'm gonna rob all the fuel out of my telehandler here. Yeah, just in case, because we're probably gonna need it. I'll probably end up just recovering that truck anyways. It's fine. Yeah, but like I was saying, yeah, this thing, it was just like the truck to have in Season 4. It's the thing that everyone was talking about, and you know, the problem for me is it's never been that amazing of a truck to me. Yes, it's a brilliant off-roader and it just destroys everything it drives through, but you know, it's never, you know, just kind of struck me as being the best truck in SNOWRUNNER or anything like that, just because, you know, limited add-on variety and stuff like that. You know, it's not the most practical thing. Yeah, like, yeah, it can drive through whatever you want. I'll give it the fact that it is the best off-roader, but it's not necessarily the best truck to go tackling certain missions with, if you know what I mean. Like, there are many missions where I really do value having the crane on the back of my truck, and there's also a lot of missions where I value having, you know, kind of either the crane, sideboard, and trailer bed and trailer combo, or just, you know, the crane and saddle low combo. This thing can't really have any of those, you know. It can have, you know, the saddle high, and it makes a great saddle high towing rig for some of those special transport trailers, but you know, those missions are only make up a minority of missions you actually have to do in the game. You know, the special transport kind of huge trailers or whatever. So, you know, it's not that big of a sell point in my eyes. that's the only way I can put it, you know. I mean, I have loved using this thing as a towing rig and as a refueling truck. in the past, but you know, those are like the main things that I've really loved using it for. There are certain other things that I have, you know, used it for from time to time, mainly this just as a sideboard truck. You know, if I'm doing something that I think is not too high risk that I'm gonna, you know, eject or lose my cargo, I'd probably take this thing out. You know, not too worrisome about, you know, ejecting the cargo or anything like that. I mean, like, honestly, the thing about this thing is, you're not going to run into too many situations where you will eject the cargo in it, or at least in its own bed, because well, this thing is just highly stable. It's just extremely stable. But if I am towing a trailer with it, which often does be the case, because there's very few missions in this game that only need 2 slots of cargo to complete them, there's a much higher chance of that thing ejecting its cargo, I feel like, whenever I'm yeah. There's just, I feel like a lot of the time when I end up using this truck with a trailer, the trailer always, or almost always, tries to eject its cargo. And actually, point in case, that actually happened last episode. Yeah, so I'm not even being, well, I suppose I am being a small bit superstitious, but you kind of get what I'm at, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of out of things to talk about at the moment, if I'm being honest. I suppose I should say Happy New Year to all you guys. I didn't actually post anything on New Year's. I probably should have. Forgot. But yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all having fun. Hope you know, New Year's off to a pretty good start for you and all that. You know, hope it's not gone terribly wrong yet. You know, that'd be pretty annoying. Oh jeez, don't, jeez, I forgot a dip there. Jeez, I almost lost the cargo. Well, I could have almost lost it. Okay, so there's the 2 trucks. I'm actually going to drive this truck up to the top of the road here, because it's extremely narrow and windy, and there's no way I can tow 2 trucks up here at the same time. So I'll do that, and I'll also load that thing up and bring it up to the top of the road as well. And yeah, then we'll convoy them all the way up to the forest base. Yeah. Guys, and we are back up at the up for our service base, and we've got all the materials, I believe. I hope I didn't lose anything. Oh, ow, what did I oh. Really? Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so all four cement, there we go. Okay, sand, there we go. Yes! Hey, look, we're almost on 500 grand. Preparations finished before the first snow. On behalf of the whole Forest Service, we thank you for being so reliable. You've come to our help once again by delivering the supplies on time. So now we're all set for winter. The reward for your efforts is already waiting. Make sure to check it out. So that's 2,370 XP and 23,700 cash. Okay. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, I'd say that's fairly enough paid. You do have to go quite a bit of lengths, obviously, to get the sand, but you know, overall, it's not a terrible mission. It's not terribly difficult or anything. Well, it's not difficult. It's long, but it's not difficult. Okay, well, I'm only like an hour and 5 minutes into my recording. I honestly expected that this job would take longer, if I'm being honest. But yeah, since we're here, we may as well go ahead and then start the this one, the hydro plant stuff. Which the first mission is definitely no small feat, so there's no guarantee we'll get all this done. I mean, the second part is simple enough, but the first part is something. Alright, well, you guys know me. I like to be prepared, which is the reason why I have the Caterpillar 745C out here already beside the trailer with high saddle. So, yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready to do this thing either way, whether or not I'm ready to do it. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a hell of a trip. This is once again, like I said, this like I was kind of talking about there earlier. This trailer is pretty much as far as it can possibly be from the likes of the hydro dam. Like they are just so far apart. This is where we have to deliver to. That's the tunnel there that we can go through. Wait. Which translates to this tunnel here, which is all the way across the map. Even though somehow I imagine that route, even though this is the off-road kind of route, is still possibly quicker than taking the main road the entire way through all three maps. But I really am not sure at all. Yeah, I plain and simply don't know. Yeah, this is going to be a very long trip either way. Come on, cat, let's go. I mean, like, I am excited. Oh, jeez, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, but I guess we'll, well, I've got the thing out here anyways, guys. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to go for it here and see what happens. Yeah, well, at the very least, we do get to transport the new trailer here, which is very cool. It's actually got beacons on the back of it. Oh, look at that. That's really nice. This is a really cool trailer. I love this. It just looks brilliant. We got Goliath cranes written. I don't think that's a real brand, is it? I wouldn't know. The MC-700 crane is very nice. Like it's just brilliant. This kind of reminds me a small bit of Construction Simulator, a small bit, because we could definitely have these types of cranes in Construction Simulator. The only thing is, every time you needed to set up a crane in Construction Simulator, you just had a little menu, and you just said, "Hey, set this crane up," and it would just immediately spawn in, which, you know, was fine for the purpose of that game because it was a very arcade, you know, kind of style game. But you know, thinking now, how cool would it have been if we were able to transport the tower cranes in that game? That would be so cool. That genuinely to the construction site. That would be really freaking cool. And I know we had a couple of cranes that kind of resembled this crane anyways in Construction Simulator. They're kind of what's known as kind of like a fast erecting crane. They're not, oh geez, don't flip. I'm not too worried about flipping anything really, because we are using the 745C here, which this thing is an extremely stable truck, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. Like genuinely, I don't think I've ever flipped the 745C. It's just one of those trucks. It's not something that you do in it. It's not really possible unless you throw the truck off the side of a cliff. You're not really gonna have much chance of flipping it. It's extremely stable. But yeah, I think these types of cranes, they're, at least from Construction Sim anyways, what I know from Construction Sim, they're kind of they're what's known as a fast erecting type crane, I guess, because you don't need a foundation for them or something like that. I'm not really sure, if I'm being honest. You definitely need some kind of foundation for them, but you don't need as big of a foundation. I don't know. Like I said, I really don't. There you go. Almost. There you go. Yeah, I'm not really sure what was going on there. Was it just that was the thing caught on something, or was it just that we didn't have enough power? I'm not really sure, to be honest. But from here, we're going to have quite a bit of a road to drive on, so I'll catch up with you guys once I'm off-roading again. Alright guys, and I guess I'll resume from the time lapse here, just because, well, yeah, we're going back off-road here again. Yeah, I think, well, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be faster than, you know, just driving this on the main road, but it's definitely going to be more interesting to drive this up and around here. And also, it's a good test of using the Caterpillar 745C here, because I really just want to, you know, test this thing with, you know, its high saddle now that it's got one in that in the most recent update there. Also, we got some kind of thing here, Hollow Creek Retreats, some kind of cabin area or hotel or something. I don't know what this place is. I think this is like, I know one of the missions has a name for this place. I'm not sure if it's like the hotel cluster or something like that, but I know there's at least one mission that wants you to deliver some stuff to this place. And it's also a lot narrower now that I'm coming through here. Actually, I haven't been through here before. But the only reason why I decided to come through here was because I wasn't driving down the concrete plants road, you know, to get down here to where the river is, because that thing is just extremely narrow, and there was no way I was gonna get this giant trailer to go around the bends in there, I'd say. So this is just much easier. Also, whilst I was driving it on the main road, I have noticed that this trailer does sway quite a lot. yeah, it's definitely top heavy in some sort of way, which who would have really guessed? There's a giant crane on the back. Of course, it's going to be top heavy, but it's just I've never really seen the suspension, at least on this trailer, which I'm assuming the exact same. I'm assuming this trailer uses the exact same suspension setup as the trailer that we can buy. You know, the one with the fuel tank and spare parts on it. You know, the 6 ladder. I'm assuming it uses the exact same kind of suspension. It doesn't have any tweaked suspension in any kind of way. Maybe it does, for all I know, but I'm just assuming that its suspension is the exact same, because I've never seen the. Yeah, look at the way that is right there. Look at that, and now it's like all squished down again. I've never really seen that happening, you know, that kind of way. And I definitely haven't seen it on the older types of special cargo trailer either, because the older types of special trailers had much more rigid axles on them and were not as ideal for off-roading. But obviously I would say this trailer is a little bit more off-road orientated, at least for this game, because, you know, it was added more recently, but at the same time, I'm not really sure. I'm just guessing, you know? Welcome to my channel, people. I am not a reliable source of information at all. You should not trust me on any level. Yeah, just don't trust me. Just go somewhere else for your news. There's the metal factory, and actually there's the Voron AE. I'm actually gonna refuel from that thing here in a second. As soon as we drive up through here, we're just going to drive up kind of the right beside the facility here. Right then, we're refueled in the Caterpillar here. I'm probably going to start doing a bit more of a fast forward or a time loop here in a minute again. Mostly because I don't have that much to talk about, if I'm being honest. I mean, we'll see what happens up here. Like I said, I don't even know if we're going to be able to make it up here, just because the road becomes kind of narrow and sketchy in a few areas up here. Oh! What just happened? What? What? What on earth just happened? Like, seriously. I am deeply terrified at the moment. Why is the trailer floating? Okay. Alright guys, I just jumped in and out of the game there. Just quickly, just because, I don't know what happened there, but the trailer decided to freak out, and also it seemed to be stuck after the fact. It seemed to be kind of glued in place in some sort of way. I don't know. Yeah, that was something, to say the least. But we're back at it. Honestly, I got a huge shock out of that. It's been a while since I've had something so questionable happen to me, or so weird happen to me in this game. Honestly, that's a good one. I'm gonna have a fun time explaining that. Okay, now here's where some of the hard stuff comes in on this bit of the trip here. Mainly because there's no way that's gonna fit, is it? Come on, just floor it, and we're good. Okay, cool. Honestly, the real I'm surprised I didn't get any damage out of that. I don't know, maybe I took a slight bit of engine damage, but I don't think I took any damage really. Oh, ah! Crap. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Okay. Completely forgot about the fact that the thing is you know, like I was kind of trying to say, top heavy. This is the only truck I really have that's close by. Actually, that's not true. I might have another truck or two in the area. I don't know. I'm gonna try and use this to solve the problem, though. Come on, Voron. You can do it. Okay, I got him back over. Well, this cleanup's already taken me a while to do. So, yeah, I don't think we're getting this mission finished. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, I didn't want to pull it over fully. Just because... No, it's gonna fall back over. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I should have held on to it. Wait, I don't know. Oh wait, it attached to the other. I hate you, game. Oh, okay, I got it. I got it again. I got it again. I got it again. Just about. Okay, stay there. Do not move. Attach trailer. Drive forward. Very carefully. We're gonna scratch the Voron up a small bit, but it's fine. Okay, we're good to go. Damn. Well, that mistake cost me quite a bit of time, to say the least. I think nearly a half hour there. And, well, also I can't say I never flipped the caterpillar anymore. I flipped the caterpillar. Okay, that's unfortunate. I guess the caterpillar doesn't always, or the cat doesn't always land on its feet, is the saying. Oh, that was painful, if I'm being honest. Okay, let's keep on going here. Yeah, I might fast forward. I might do a quick. Yeah, we'll do a little time lapse here until I get up to the dam here. Alright guys, and we are here at the hydro plant. Hopefully I just about made it around that corner. Okay, we're good. We're finally here at the hydro plant. I was kind of hoping to hopefully get the second part of this mission done in today's episode as well, but I don't think I'm going to have time for that, so we are going to have to finish this here, unfortunately. But, yeah, the fact that I flipped this thing was quite unfortunate, but hey, at least we'll be able to see this thing get assembled. And actually, just as I say that, I'm going to change it to daytime. That way we can see it happening better. Come on. There you go, hopefully. Oh, we didn't get any kind of animation, it just spawns in. Ah, that's kind of annoying. Especially considering they have the animation at the, in the loading screen or whatever. Huh. Oh wait, it's actually not fully set up either, is it? Oh look, the cab's actually at the bottom at the moment. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. And the boom hasn't been folded out yet. Okay, so you probably have to complete the second stage before it actually starts doing anything, maybe. I don't know. I still thought we'd get a bit of an animation, though. Or a cutscene of the thing getting built. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh well. Um, yeah, I am going to have to finish there, guys, because I don't really think I have enough time to get the. There's a possibility I could get the other truck up here, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother. We'll just wait until the next episode. It's just simpler, and yeah, that I have to get this video edited anyways. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will hopefully see you all in the next one. And also, Happy New Year. Hope you're all having a good new year. And yeah, goodbye.